Hello, it's Chris Maltman here again. Part 2, how to record guitar through FL Studio using Guitar Rig 5. So we're not going to waste any time, we're just going to jump straight into it. Now, if you've just stumbled across this video, I would highly recommend you watch Part 1, which I'll put in the link below. That just shows you how to install Guitar Rig into FL Studio as a standalone VST, okay? So, let's open FL Studio, shall we? And again, in the last video, I went through the little brief introduction into your inserts and how to get Guitar Rig opened up as a VST within the program. So again, check that video if you haven't already. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to set up the ASIO driver. So this is part 2 of part 3. The last part is just going to be us connecting the guitar up and having a little sing-song, as it were. So we'll record some music and play it back and see how it sounds, etc. But for this episode, it's a very short one. I'm just going to show you how to set up the drivers and you'll be good to go. Okay, so let's just go straight into it. Let's go to options, audio settings. Now, in the first instance of ASIO, bearing in mind this comes bundled with FL Studio, so you should already have this. If you don't, I'll put a little link at the bottom for you to download it. But again, the first instance of opening the sound settings after the installation of ASIO, you'll see that the default sound device is going to be the primary sound driver, which is your onboard sound chip. Okay. Now, what we're looking for, if you click in the drop down, is our ASIO for All version 2. So let's click on that. Now these are the little menus here. I wouldn't worry too much about them. Possibly the sample rate, if you want to have a little play about with that, you can do, but I just leave it at the default 4400. Okay. Now, after you've selected ASIO, you want to go into the panel, which is here, so we'll click that. And in the first instance of you opening this panel here, you'll see that there's only 2 or maybe 3 options displayed. Now, you'll see the device lists. The first device is your primary sound driver, which is, in my case, a Realtek, and it'll probably be the same one for yourself, okay? Now what we want to do is we want to select advanced options, so if you come down to the little wrench, you click that, and then it'll put a cross through it, and it'll bring up some additional devices. Now the ones we want to have active in order for us to record and play back or line in from our guitar through Guitar Rig is the primary sound driver itself, which is Realtek high definition audio. We want the stereo input, we want the audio output, so make sure that comes up as a blue sort of arrow. Mine's is an X just now because I do have some other things running in the background which do use the sound card, i.e. the recording. Okay, now just so you know, whenever the audio output is active within ASIO, you won't be able to hear any other sound from any other program or web page at that present time, because it's not too sure the best way to describe it, but basically ASIO favours all of the audio output into its entirety. Okay, I kind of fucked up there, but never mind. So yeah, this one should be blue. Obviously mine's isn't because my recording software is using the audio. Okay, these ones here, SPDIF, don't worry about that. Audio mic, if you're ever recording through a USB mic or a line-in mic, have that selected as such. But as I said, for Guitar Rig, using a line-in, we only want HD audio stereo input, HD audio output, and audio line input, which is the important one here, which is going to detect your guitar when you plug it into the line in. Okay, latency compensation, I like to have this at 0.0. You can match it to your buffer size, and just so you know as well, when you first open ASIO within FL Studio, the default buffer size is going to be around 512. Okay, now what I find is at that setting there's a little bit of a delay between you actually hitting the string and it, being recorded. Okay, perhaps a couple of milliseconds. Now I've fine-tuned it, and as far as my sound card's concerned, the nice number here is 224. As I said, you can compensate your latency with the exact same amount of samples, but again, it's up to yourself. I tend to just leave that at 0, and I'll tell you why in the next episode, because we can fine tune the timing versus the playback if you're playing over a song. Okay, so just leave that at 0, and the options here, I wouldn't worry too much about them. Okay, so that is basically how to set up your ASIO drivers. And what we're going to do now, very lastly before the video ends, is we're going to go into our mixer. We're going to load Guitar Rig. Okay, so you just go to the inputs here and we choose Guitar Rig. As I said, I always have mines on insert 1. I'll explain that, sorry, I did explain that in the last video, but again, yeah, insert 1 or master, whichever you prefer. So the input, and we're going to be choosing Guitar Rig 5. and as I said, that'll just load straight away within the instance of ASIO that's running already. Okay, and the last bit is to select your input, and we're going to be doing our stereo input, which is the HD line input. Okay, these are mono, but again, if you're recording guitar in stereo sound, I would highly suggest putting this one. Okay, and just click that, and that's you pretty much done. So next we're going to connect the guitar up, and we're going to play some music and record and play it back. So that'll be on episode 3, the last part of the series. So thanks again guys for watching these videos. I do appreciate it, and again, if you do enjoy the videos, please comment, like and subscribe, and again, if somebody else can benefit from this, feel free to share as well. So thanks again guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.